back to my channel. How are you today? Today I'm here with a review on... Dun, dun, dun. So, you guys are probably super duper curious about this palette. And you know, I'll sacrifice myself to review these things for you guys. Just kidding. So, I have been doing YouTube for about 3 years now, and makeup just does not get old. And whenever there is a new opportunity for a fellow YouTuber, like a major collaboration with Too Faced, you know I'm gonna be all about it, and I'm gonna share my thoughts. No holds barred, you guys. So, if you guys don't know who NikkieTutorials is, you're probably new to YouTube because she is an incredible, successful, genius makeup artist. So Nikkie is a young woman that has so many accomplishments under her belt already, and I think she's under 25. I don't know, I'm not sure, but she's young, right? Like super young. Plus, high five to my fellow Amazonian. She is really tall. You all know how I feel about tall ladies. So NikkieTutorials, this major brilliant genius of a makeup artist, was lucky enough to collaborate with the major cosmetics brand Too Faced, and together they came up with the Power of Makeup collection. This isn't just a palette, this is a collection. It's a $56 set that comes with several things. So, you guys probably already know what the inside looks like, but this collaboration has been highly awaited. Everyone is super excited to get their hands on it, and there's good reason for that. But before I get into my review, I just want to let you guys know that it's very important to stay to the very end of this video because I want to discuss something with you guys about collaborations. I know a lot of times people are a lot more outspoken when it comes to makeup collaborations, but I wanted to give you guys a few things to consider. So if you guys are interested in that part of the video, skip to the end. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started with the review. So like most collaborations, this collection is limited edition. So if you guys were interested in purchasing it, it will be available starting on August 15th. That means today, if you're watching the day that this video goes up. So August 15th is the day that it will be available. It will be available through Ulta, Sephora, and TooFaced.com, and there are different launch dates for other countries in the world. So I know some countries in Southeast Asia are going to have it, Australia is going to have it, the UK is going to have it. It's a pretty wide range of places that will be able to get their hands on this awesome palette. So this collection, like I said, is $56. It is limited edition. It comes in a cute little box like this. The whole concept behind it is like hot pink, the classic Too Faced baby pink, black and gold. You see the like leopard print? Inside the box, you're going to get a palette and a cute little Ziploc bag. When I saw this, I legit almost cut it because I thought it was one of those, okay, I'm totally giving away how much I eat snacks, but I thought it was one of those, you know, like beef jerky or pretzels, how you like rip, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you're not an animal like me, you just open it. And inside this little bag are 4 additional products. One of them full size and 3 deluxe. I want to get these little guys out of the way and then get into the delicious goodness that is that palette. That's what I'm wearing actually on my eyes today. And in other videos, if you've seen like this crazy teal look, that's from this palette as well. So in this little Ziploc bag, you're gonna get a deluxe size of the Too Faced Shadow Insurance eyeshadow primer. I've tried this before. It's not awful, but it's not anything where I'm like, oh my God, you know, it blew my panties off. Not literally, you guys. There was a whole discussion about this in the comments of another video. Then a full size of the Too Faced sketch markers. These are the new eyeliners that Too Faced just launched. So Nikkie was able to get one of these in full size black in her collection, which is awesome. I'm wearing it today, and I have to say, it's a great eyeliner, but if you have like a shaky hand or if you're a beginner, be careful because there's a whole lot of ink that comes out of that felt tip marker, okay? So you guys want a marker for your eyes. You guys want to be a little careful, have a steady hand. Like, do not drink a cup of coffee the size of this one because my wings were not supposed to be this big today, for the record. And then, these are the two things that I'm most excited about, believe it or not. These two items are deluxe sizes, but they are incredible. So you guys know I'm a huge fan of the Better Than Sex mascara, but this one is the super duper ultra exclusive purple shade. So how awesome is that? It's the same formula, it's just as volumizing, it has the same wand, but the mascara is purple. I know it sounds weird. I know a lot of people aren't jumping on the colored mascara bandwagon, but you guys, I will jump on the colored anything bandwagon. You guys know I'm not afraid of color. So when I didn't even know this was gonna be purple until I saw one of Sophie's posts. If you guys follow Sophie, she's Trend Mood on Instagram. And when she said, oh, it's a purple mascara, I was like, are you serious? Totally hoping that Too Faced makes this permanent because it is a wonderful formula, and with colored mascaras, they're a little bit tricky. That one is brilliant. Then a deluxe size of the Glamour Dust. I'm not gonna open this because like I told you guys, shaky hands, I'm gonna make a mess. I'm gonna look like Tinkerbell in half a second. But this is basically a glitter. It's a cosmetic glitter. It's what I have on the inner corner of my eyes today. It is so pretty. This glitter is so beautiful. It's one of those glitters that you need in your collection. It'll match any look that you do. It's easy to use. It's not messy and it's not sticky. Some glitters, when they fall, they stick and then you're screwed. This one is so easy to wipe off. It is such a beautiful color. I'm wearing it on the inner corner of my eyes, and I use the Lit Cosmetics glitter adhesive to do that, and piece of cake to use. So that is all that was in this little bag. Along with this kit or collection, you're also going to get one of these little pamphlets. All of Too Faced palettes, you know, collection palettes come with these little handouts. And I mean, I think one of the reasons why this collection is going to do very well is because Nikkie has a very unusual eye shape. It's a beautiful, smaller eye. It's almond shaped. It's just one of the most exotic eyes that I have ever seen. So I feel like with Nikkie, it gives you a lot of courage. You know, if you have a unique eye shape or even eye color, it's gonna give you a lot of valor and courage to try something new. So from a beauty vlogger's perspective, I can appreciate the fact that Nikkie was selected to do a collaboration like this, because not only is she a genius in her field, her eye shape is exotic and absolutely gorgeous, so it's going to inspire a lot of women to kind of step out of their comfort zone. And three, she is so creative and, you know, doesn't take makeup seriously. So that's another way of inspiring people to kind of just go for it. It's just makeup after all, you know what I mean? So moving on to what you were waiting for. This is the palette that she came up with. There's a cute little blurb on the back. It's so cute. The eyeshadow palette itself, or rather palette, it's a face palette, comes with 9 eyeshadows, 2 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlight. A couple of things to be noted is the 9 eyeshadow colors are unique to this palette. And I use unique loosely because how many times can you recreate a color? You know what I mean? So there are 9 colors in this palette, 2 blushes, but these are Nikkie's favorite Too Faced blushes. So these are permanent shades. If you guys have I Will Always Love You or Justify My Love in your collection already, it's the same blushes in the little heart shape, right? Then Chocolate Soleil, which is in almost every Too Faced palette, and Champagne Truffle. This is a unique one here because it's meant to be used as a facial highlight, but it's actually an eyeshadow that is found in the original Chocolate Bar palette. You guys can tell how old mine is because it didn't have the labels on the actual palette. So it's actually an eyeshadow that Nikkie was like, you know what? It's so awesome. I want it to be the highlighter in my palette. So going down to, or getting into the colors of the eyeshadow selections. So you're gonna have that, you know, vanilla shade, that matte vanilla shade for the brow bone to highlight, for maybe, I don't know, brightening up the eyelid. You're going to have the classic black, which is great for smoky eyes or to use as an eyeliner. You're going to have these two browns here, which are great for deepening the crease or transition shades. And then you're going to have an array of really beautiful metallics, some with a little bit of micro glitter in them. There's a beautiful like frosty pink, a classic silver. This silver is gorgeous. I'm dying to use it. So almost like an antique gold. This beautiful teal that I really almost had a love affair with it when I did a tutorial on it. I don't know when I will be posting that tutorial, but there's one coming. And then this beautiful purple, which is what I have on my lids today. Now, the overall consensus for me on the formula of these shadows is they're the same as the eyeshadow formulas that you would find in any of the Too Faced palettes. I feel like Too Faced is one of those companies that doesn't compromise the quality or the formula of their eyeshadows when they do collaboration palettes or when they do bigger palettes. I know a lot of times with bigger makeup companies, the formula of their eyeshadows is really good, but when they put them into big palettes like this, they almost like change the formula and don't tell us, and they're not as good. I didn't get that from this palette. Now, a lot of you might say, oh my God, it's the same colors over and over. Like, what the heck, Dani? I mean, at this point, it's always gonna be the same colors. It's really hard to come up with something new. There are new product launches multiple times a week now from beauty companies. Like, the cosmetic industry has just ballooned overnight, and I feel like we have to kind of, I don't know, be a little bit more open-minded. You know, we're a little bit too difficult or expect too much. Like, what are we really expecting at this point? I feel like consistency is key, and when it comes to Too Faced palettes, I mean, this section is not a new concept. I mean, you can go way back to 2000, I don't even know when this palette was from. This is the Happy 15th Birthday Too Faced and Sephora palette. This was one of my first reviews on my YouTube channel 3 years ago. You can go back, you know, and Too Faced has always had Chocolate Soleil and a blush or two blushes in their palettes. That's just their thing. That's what they do. So I can say consistency has never changed with Too Faced, so I can appreciate that. If you go back to all their holiday palettes, blushes and bronzers, it's part of their, it's part of who they are, and so I like that. And if you know what, Too Faced always has that in their palettes, and you don't want another one, then don't get it. But if you want to support the collaborator, or you really can't resist a couple of shades in there, or you're someone that travels and specifically wants these colors, or you're a collector. Let's be honest, beauty collectors exist now. There's so many people that have like every single limited edition MAC lipstick bullet in their collection because they collect them. So that's another thing to consider. So all in all, the consistency, the formulation of the shadows is wonderful. I love it. It's buttery. Obviously the ones like Mystic Hour, Irresistible, Wham Bam, the ones that are a little bit more like creamy metallics, they do have a little bit of kick up. There is a little bit of fallout, but it's almost because the eyeshadow itself is really creamy and buttery. So, I mean, I expect that now, and it doesn't really faze me. I'm really careful when I do my cleanup. So if you like NikkieTutorials, if you're a fan of Too Faced, if you, I don't know, if you're a fan of YouTube, the YouTube beauty community, and that's something that you want to support, then absolutely, it's definitely worth the $56. So keep that in mind. Now, my little spiel about collaborations. Okay, so if you were to think about doing a collaboration with a makeup brand, put yourself in the collaborator's shoes. Are they going to collaborate? Are they going to create a collection only suited for them because this is a dream opportunity? Are they going to create a collection that tries to complement all skin tones and skin types? Or are they going to create something that is innovative and hasn't been around, or aren't very many of, or is a new concept? Those are three really big pressures that you need to think about. As an individual, I would say, oh, I want to create my dream palette, the one that's for Dani. Like, which one would I reach for? I'd have like a mint in there, I'd have like a bright blue aqua color and like a glittery gold, like, but then I think about, well, man, okay, is that gonna show up on medium to deeper skin tones? Will that look good on people that have cool undertones and are really, really, really fair? So then I start to get a little nervous or worried, right? Is it gonna work for everybody? So that's another thing I have to consider. And then at the, the last thing I need to consider is, oh my God, I really, really love where's the palette? I really love Max Kid, which looks like Painkiller. And I really, really like Peanut Butter from one of the semi-sweet chocolate bar palettes, right? And I really like Peanut Butter. I would love to put those in my palette, but what's gonna happen? Oh my God, that palette makes no sense. Or, oh my God, I can't use that palette because I'm really, really deep, really, really deep complexion, or I'm really, really fair complexion. Or, oh my God, Dani, you're using the same colors over and over and over again. You know what I mean? So it's really hard to create something that will envelop all of those things. And so, I don't know, when it comes to a collaboration, I feel like we need to be a little bit more sensitive because the people that design these products really put their heart into them. Sometimes I read comments left on other collaborators' posts or things like that, and they can be a little bit harsh. So keep those things in mind. If it's not something that works for you, well, maybe there'll be another collaboration that'll work for you. Or you could see it on a different token, like, wow, oh my God, my favorite YouTuber got to do a collaboration. I don't know, I feel like it's just makeup, so it shouldn't be taken so seriously, and if it's something that maybe doesn't work for you, there's other options of things that might work for you. If it's something that does work for you and you already have something in your collection that's similar, or you already have Chocolate Soleil 3 times in your collection, I guess what I'm trying to say is at the end of the day, it's just makeup, and you landed here for a reason. You ended up discovering your love of makeup, or your passion for makeup, or that it was a stress reliever for you, that it made you happy, that it made you feel pretty, that it took you out of a hole you were in and it gave you purpose or something fun to do, something new to learn. So remember why you started to like makeup, and not necessarily focus on what it's not or what it's lacking or what they should have done differently. I feel like it's something that should be celebrated, and with a palette like this, or with any other YouTuber's accomplishment, like Sam Sherman's blush with Itse, or I don't know, even my collaboration with Colour Pop. I did this lippy color, Frida, with Colour Pop. I don't know, I feel like we should just celebrate the fact that the beauty community is becoming so big and so warm and welcoming and just exploding and giving us so many great opportunities. So at the end of the day, remember why you fell in love with makeup, and then it'll make more sense to you maybe why Nikki chose these colors, or decided on the leopard print, or decided to convert an eyeshadow into a highlighter. You know what I mean? So if you guys were to ask me about this palette, I would definitely recommend purchasing it. But if you already have something similar, please do not feel obligated. All of the information on this video, including Nikki's channel, will be listed in the description box below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your comments in the comment section below. And like always, if you found this video useful, entertaining, or learned something, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, this coffee break is over. Bye guys!